this is a heartbreaking story about coffee. And the reason, I'll tell you why this company started, Thaya Artisanal Coffee. Thaya was birthed by the thought of the fact that my mother is not the only one going through that. And the fact that generations of women have grown this coffee only for it to be cut down and burned down for charcoal. Yet their blood, their sweat, their tears went into this coffee during colonial times. And then now it's being cut down. No way.
It's been years and years and generations and centuries.
So many generations. You know, one thing most people don't know, by the way, coffee was not brought by the white man.
Coffee was here.
It was here. We're right next to Ethiopia.
It's like the white man discovered Lake Victoria and Mount Kenya. We never
Thank
saw
you.
it.
We never saw. Apparently, there were no human beings who had eyes to see it. So
we were all blind.
We were blind, you know, or we didn't know that was a mountain. Yet we used to pray to the highest point of the mountain.
True.
Gosh. So let's not get into colonial
times. It's just crazy.
I'll start crying and get passionate about it.
Let's get back to
Let's get back to the coffee. So then now I started getting more interest after that time. I was like, okay, Mom, tell me more about this coffee. Tell me more about what you're going through as a farmer. And she was like, yeah, even with my 10 acres, it's nothing. I was like, what do you mean? So I was like, okay, Mom, I need you to tell me the numbers now. How much coffee can you produce a year? How much coffee can one tree give you? Okay, you have this amount of trees, like that. And she was like, okay, sawa. Then she's like, then one day I wake up and I tell her, Mom, you know, I'm actually thinking we should now start doing our coffee ourselves. It's time for us to change the game. And she was like, sweetheart, you think it's that easy? And I was like, Mom, see, somebody else has done it. Why can't we be the ones to do it? Why are foreigners the ones who are coming to do it?
So the previous model has been they produce coffee for the foreign market, or how does coffee work? I have no idea. So
I'm the farmer. I have been the farmer for a very long time. I take my coffee, I pick all my coffee and I take it to the factory. I take it to the factory.
So coffee is just the berries?
It's just the berries. That's all we knew. We just know the berries. We know what it looks like on the inside when we remove the berry, but that's about it. We don't know what it smells like roasted. We don't even know what it tastes like. Factory, we wait for a year and a half for our money to come. And the price
you're not paid immediately?
No.
How many times is coffee processed in a year?
There is coffee that is processed, that is picked in the middle of the year. I don't know what it's called in English, but I'm going to tell you what it's called in Kikuyu. It's called daramwaka. So that's what's picked between July and August. It's not such a big harvest. It's more of the berries that ripened early, and you can't leave them on the tree because they'll go bad. So that's picked and it's taken to the factory. But the biggest harvest is at the end of the year, which is in December. So it all goes to the factory.
Which kind of coffee is that?
This is Arabica coffee.
Arabica coffee.
Yeah. That's what majority of us grow, actually. We grow a lot of Arabica. There's close to 0 people who actually grow Robusta coffee in...
Oh yeah, that was Robusta. That's when you're mentioning them, I remember, when we studied geography. But so Arabica is the main...
Yes, Arabica is the main, and Arabica has more people like the flavors of Arabica because it has very chocolatey, caramelly flavors. So now we're back to the factory. So one time my mom takes her coffee to the factory and have very, very big berries. She has like the berries are massive. Now those are the ones that produce the AA coffee. She told her, hey, you put your coffee on the side. Like, why? So out of curiosity, she just sits there to watch what happens. Do you know somebody came and collected, a white person came and collected the berries. Berries, not processed or anything, just collected the berries and went with them, the big berries. Those are the ones that are thrown like there. Now, I started to do my research and everything. I started going to local, small-scale factories, farmers and everything. These ones that are not owned by the SACCOs and everything. And I started going to them and I was like, okay, so how do you, what happens? What's the process? What's this? And they were happy to help this. And by the way, 95% of them are women. The big guy, the one in the office who's taking the money, that's the guy.
So
that's
primarily coffee in Kenya is farmed by women?
Yes, women.